forgetting about Roland's wonderful office, that den right up in the middle that looked out over the whole thing. And as the youngest one in the family, he would take me in there and point out all the relatives, all of his sisters and brothers, and Francis, who was an actor and threw himself into the raging torrent, and Aunt Minnie, who was his sister, whom he loved so dearly, and her son, Hartley Rogers, was one of, I believe, Uncle Edward's and Papa's dear friends at Yale. And that's why John is John Rogers Hartley, because Aunt Minnie used to write me letters about my 4 beautiful little girls. And she would quote Heinrich Heine, translated about the beauty of little girls. But Roland loved that desk, and he had a giant roll-top desk with pigeonholes galore, and he'd pull secret things out of these places, you know, and he had a giant dictionary that was on a stand, you know, the OED, and he also had a book that was tissue paper, page after page, numbered. And he wrote on a typewriter with indigo blue ribbon. And he'd put the page that he had typed under that thing and put a thing and a kind of a cloth soaked with vinegar, and then press it. And so it would make a copy. Wouldn't you have gone nuts with a Xerox and a computer? But then he'd take me around showing me the pictures, and there was this beautiful deer mounted on the wall. Oh, I'm going to break up because it used to break me up. But he'd have me touch the nose of this beautiful deer, and he said, "Janice, I went with what would have been your great uncle Guilford to go hunting in northern Minnesota up at Wolf Lake." And he said, "We went deer hunting, and across this little misty pond stood a magnificent stag." And they said, "Roland, this is your shot." And he said, "So I raised my firearm, and I shot that deer, and he fell." He said, "Then," oh, here I go. He said, "Then I went around the edge and looked at the deer, and he was lying there, but he raised his head and said to me, 'Roland, why did you shoot me? I have never done any harm to you,' and laid down his head and succumbed. And by then I would be just, But that room was a room of mystery, and in that little closet he had the big Indian headdress. Remember Rogie? And oh yeah, Roland was Rogie to Hartley, and Hartley was Woggy. But thank you.